off the bye week and having that kind of game?
Yeah, I felt I started off slow with that turnover. So that I was hot about that, with the return team doing a great job of getting us positive yards, flipping the fields for us before we get out there, and then for us to draw the ball and then just a mishap like that, I was ticked off. So
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. So Lamar Jackson was miffed after losing a fumble at the Giants' 12-yard line on the second play from scrimmage, and the Baltimore Ravens superstar quarterback took it out on the Giants the rest of the day. Lamar Jackson tied his career high by throwing 5 touchdown passes in a near-perfect performance that led the Ravens to a 35-14 victory, sending the Giants to a franchise record-tying 9th straight loss. Jackson finished in 1 of 25 for 290 yards and had a quarterback rating of 154.6, just short of the NFL maximum of 158.3. It was Jackson's 6th game with 5 touchdown passes in his 7 seasons and his 2nd this year.
In that passing game. Was that something coming into this game that you thought might be there for you guys?
Yeah, just watching film on those guys. A lot of man, a lot of zone here and there. They were doing a lot of 3. They was running a lot of 3 versus us, a lot of man sometimes. And our guys just did a great job of getting open and just running their routes, catching the ball. Off the line, did a great job protecting. So it was just an all-around team effort.
Lamar, you had more touchdown passes than incompletions today. How much in a rhythm did you feel like you were out there just from, off the bye week and having that kind of game?
Yeah, I felt I started off slow with that turnover. So that I was hot about that, with the return team doing a great job of getting us positive yards, flipping the fields for us before we get out there, and then for us to draw the ball and then just a mishap like that, I was ticked off. So just had to lock in and just play Raven football, and that's what we did.
All right, so after Mark Andrews caught the touchdown, it looked like it came right up to you. With him setting the all-time record today, what does that mean to you?
Man, like I said, I got the guy with me, man. That's a guy right there, like one of the GOATs that just play football ever, I believe, just entering the league together. And from then to now, it's like each and every year we just trying to get better and perfect our craft from years previous, and I believe we're doing that. He got injured last year, came back, people was talking about this and that. We need to trade Mark, this and that. I didn't forget that, and I know he didn't forget that, and he's just showing it each and every game.
Lamar, you had another one to Devontae Walker, his first catch as a touchdown. Take us through that play, and then what do you say to some guy like that clearly has been patiently waiting to be productive with this offense?
Yeah, absolutely. This week, we pretty much just had that play drawn up, just from what they've been doing, showing on defense. We caught him in that look, and Tez just did the rest. I just had to deliver him a strike, and he did the toe drag at the end, so he just Tez toe tap from now on. Yeah.
Mark, talk about the opposite line, allowing you to see the field and getting on to the second level.
Yeah, that's just hard work and preparation, dedication. Our guys just, that bye week, I felt like we all needed that. And our guys just ready, man. They just blocked their tail off. Probably had one mishap, but everyone's not perfect. Everyone's not perfect. That's our goal, to be perfect, but they did great today.
It was Bateman's first time scoring 2 touchdowns in a game. Just how good does it feel for you seeing him get in there and score as many touchdowns as he has this year?
Yeah, man, Bate is that guy. Like Batman, we call him Batman for a reason, and that's just amazing. It was long overdue, I believe. It's been plenty of times I felt he should have had, multiple touchdown games, but things happen in the backfield, can't get to him sometimes, but he's just working, he grinding, head down and just trying to win.
Lamar, you sort of set the tone coming out of the bye with what you said after the Eagles game. How much did you appreciate the team's response during the practice week and today, and how does this set you up going forward?
I pretty much didn't have to say anything. I believe Brody really kicked it off, earlier this year in our indoor practice when he said what he said, and I felt like we all felt that way, and we just got to play Raven football throughout the rest of the season.
Lamar, you said you were, antsy to play this game after, being on the bye and to get back on the field with the Steelers. I know this game just ended and you were focused on this, but with the Steelers coming up in 6 days, how eager are you for that game, given the importance of it?
The same, our record just been 9-5, and those 5 losses just coming to those losses just like sitting in the back of our minds. I feel like everyone's mind is like we got to go into every game with the same mentality from this day forward.
Give you two more.
There was a scramble, I think, in the first half where it looked like you're maybe having to hold up your pants. All
right, so look, they was asking me that, so I'm like, I felt like wind was touching my butt, so I was trying to keep my tights up for real. I feel like the tights just like got a little loose or something. I don't know. So I was like just trying to keep my pants up, but that's all it was. It was too cold out there. Like, what?
Might end it on that.
I want to learn everything as fast as possible. It's not really one of those things I want to baby myself through. I want to be able to present myself in a game and look at Dabes and say, hey, call whatever you want. I'll go run it and run it well. So to answer your question, I'm pretty much caught up on the offense over the past couple of weeks and feel pretty comfortable.
As a quarterback, when you throw a deep ball like that to Neighbors and he makes the adjustment and makes the play for the touchdown, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, it makes my job a lot easier. He's one of those special players. You kind of just got to throw it up to him and let him do his thing. But you always know where number one's on the field. He's in the back of your mind as a quarterback. If stuff's kind of hitting the fence a little bit, you gotta throw it up to number one. So I'm glad he made the catch. I threw a couple balls to him today that were kind of got away from me a little bit that he made wonderful adjustments on, and just goes to show how special of a player he is. We got to continue to get him the ball.
What have you seen from Neighbors? I guess what have you seen from him during the week in practices and stuff that makes you think that he's a special player?
Yeah, it's the way he approaches his work. I mean, he's detailed. The whole rookie aspect of his year is kind of behind him. I've only been here for 4 weeks, but just the way he's carried himself, he's already a great pro. But he knows his role in this team, and he knows he's got to play well on Sundays because we need him on this offense. He's one of those standout players that, again, I know where number one is. Drew knows where number one is. Tommy knows where number one is. And if things kind of running around a little bit, I know where number one is over there. And you kind of put his physical skills to the test and see what happens. And most of the time he's going to come down with it. So he's a special player. I'm glad I was able to connect with him a few times today. And again, he made me look good on that touchdown pass because it wasn't a great ball. It was cover zero, so I had a couple guys in my face, but he made an incredible adjustment, got his feet down, and put 7 on the board, which was nice.
I know you just got here, but how do you see 9 straight losses, weighing on a rookie like that, especially someone coming from LSU?
It's frustrating for anyone, especially someone who's come from a great program like he's come from and expects to win. I understand the frustration, and we all feel it too. And that's the part where you have to kind of almost embrace the suck together and fight and claw every day to get out of it. But he's a competitor. If we had 2 wins and he was happy and jolly all the time, I'd have a little bit more of an issue with it. But he's a competitor. He wants to win. So if he wants the ball, I don't blame him. He's a game changer, and we got to find ways to get him the ball. I think Dave's did a really good job of scheming up, trying to get him, in that first progression and some concepts. But Malik's a special player. We're glad to have him here at the Giants.
I knew you came in, and you always know you're one player away, but just before halftime, do you sit there going, "Oh my God"?
It's kind of one of those weird things. As a backup, you kind of have to go into the game knowing you're going to play, and if you don't play, it's one of those. All right, he came out clean. But I've been around long enough now, kind of back in my Green Bay days, where I'd go into a game and it kind of it jumped on me a little bit. I wasn't really ready for the moment, but as I kind of progressed as a backup in this league, you kind of have to just be ready to play. So I prepared all week, knowing that there was a chance for me to go play in this game, and I had to go play well. And so the moment when it came, there was no heart pounding, there was no dry mouth. I just kind of went out there and played ball and got in the huddle. It was really good to play football again. It's been kind of a weird year for me. Been on 3 teams over the past, 5-6 months. So just getting back in a huddle and playing ball, throwing a touchdown pass, it was all very nice for it to come full circle.
So you seem to be real aggressive, taking shots down the field. Is that something the defense was showing you? That's why you took those shots? Or something Dave's kind of adjusted? He wanted you?
No, I think Dave's called a great game, but I think what the defense gave me, I kind of took. I think the last one there was kind of just like a chuck it up and see if number one can come down with it. I wish I could take it back and do something else with the ball, but late in the game like that, I threw it up. But I took what the defense gave us, and there were a couple opportunities for me to put the ball up in the air, and we gotta continue to come down with those. I threw a couple balls that got away from me a little bit today that moving forward I can tighten up and get better from.
But you also have been happy with some of your ball placement. You with those